Imagine you're in a band.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You've devoted years of your life to this band. You're pouring your heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
Only to discover, like, the person you trusted most,
Yeah.
your band leader, is secretly, like, harboring this, like, dark side, like, just spewing hate,
Right.
even threatening violence against, like, you and your bandmates.
Wow.
Talk about a stab in the back, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the story of Die Laughing,
Okay.
a punk band from L.A.
Gotcha.
whose promising future was just totally shattered by these shocking revelations about their frontman, Kevin Elliott.
Yeah, it's a real cautionary tale, I think,
Yeah.
about, the dangers of unchecked ambition.
Right.
And the dark underbelly of the music industry, especially in a place like LA where dreams and desperation just kind of collide.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're diving deep into 2 episodes of the podcast, Something Was Wrong, where we hear these firsthand accounts from the band members.
Wow.
Jimmy, Anthony, and Andrew.
Okay.
They really paint this vivid picture of Kevin's descent, right? From this, like, passionate musician to something much more sinister.
Right.
So buckle up, right? Because this deep dive takes us on this wild ride through manipulation, betrayal, and ultimately resilience.
It's fascinating,
Yeah.
What's fascinating to me here is how Kevin's intense desire for control, for being the center of attention, it ultimately became his downfall.
Right.
It's almost like he was sabotaging his own success from the very beginning.
Like setting himself up to fail in a way.
Okay, yeah.
So let's go back to the start.
Okay.
Die Laughing, formed in L.A. around 2017.
Right.
The brainchild of Kevin Elliott. From the outset, he was driven, ambitious, like laser focused on making a name for himself. In the music scene.
And because he was the primary songwriter,
right,
it kind of gave him this sense of ownership, I think, over the band's creative direction, kind of a power that he wielded.
Yeah.
Sometimes subtly, sometimes not so subtly.
Right, like he had that control from the beginning.
Exactly.
That creative control, or rather Kevin's need to, like, dominate the creative process, becomes this major source of conflict later on.
Yeah.
But initially, the band faces, like, the usual hurdles of any, like, up-and-coming group.
Of course, yeah.
A revolving door of members.
Yep.
Gigs that don't quite pan out.
Right.
The constant struggle to find their footing.
Yeah.
In a crowded music scene.
It's tough out there.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, those early struggles, they can either make or break a band, And in this case, it seems like they just they expose the fault lines in Kevin's personality.
Totally, yeah. So things take a turn for the better in 2022.
Okay.
When Anthony, a talented drummer and stand-up comedian, joins the lineup.
All right.
He connected with Kevin on Twitter and moved to LA specifically to pursue his music.
Wow.
And comedic ambitions.
Okay.
So you'd think adding a new member with fresh energy would be a positive step.
For sure. On the surface, it was, they started rehearsing regularly. They booked 2 shows, one at the Redwood Bar and another at the Sardine.
Gotcha.
And they even started building a modest following.
Right. So things are looking up.
Yeah.
But almost immediately, Kevin's controlling behavior starts to, like, revealing, like, the cracks in his persona.
It's almost like Anthony's arrival.
Right. Someone with their own, talent and drive.
Yeah.
It threatened Kevin's dominance.
Like he felt threatened by that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when the red flags really started waving.
Right. One incident that really stands out is this bizarre band photo shoot.
Okay.
They end up in, like, a grimy alley, literally posing with a dumpster.
Wow. And it's not just, the setting that's unsettling Kevin, like, insists on this gritty gutter punk aesthetic.
Okay.
Even asking the band members to kneel in puddles.
Like what?
Yeah, it's this clear example of him trying to control the band's image.
Yeah.
Their narrative. Even if it makes everyone else uncomfortable.
Yeah, like forcing it on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he was trying to force this image of a band struggling in the underbelly of the music scene. Yeah.
Even when things were starting to look up for them.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Interesting. And Anthony, being someone who isn't afraid to challenge authority,
right.
He kind of pushes back against Kevin's demands.
Yeah.
It's this clash of personalities that foreshadows the conflicts to come.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of the end.
Exactly.
And then there's Kevin's drinking.
Oh, right.
It seems to be a constant throughout this story.
Okay.
He often drinks heavily before and during shows, which sometimes leads to, him behaving unprofessionally, even belligerently at times.
Right. So the alcohol seems to amplify his already volatile personality.
Totally.
Adding fuel to the fire of his controlling tendencies.
Right.
It becomes this pattern that creates tension within the band.
Right. And it's not just his behavior at shows. There's this almost unbelievable incident during a rehearsal.
Okay.
Where Kevin can't even remember the arrangements of his own songs.
Oh, wow.
Imagine the other band members looking at each other like, seriously.
Oh, man. It's almost like his ego was so invested in being the songwriter, the creative genius, that the actual nuts and bolts of playing the music became secondary.
Right.
Yeah. It also speaks to a potential lack of respect for his bandmates' time and talent.
Right. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's baffling.
Yeah.
Anthony had to pull up demos on his phone.
Oh, wow.
Just to remind Kevin how the songs were supposed to go.
Jeez.
Talk about a reality check.
Totally. This incident reveals a lot about the power dynamics within the band,
Yeah.
Kevin, despite his shortcomings, still held the reins, and the others were expected to just go along with it.
Like, this is how it is.
Yeah, it's a recipe for resentment.
Totally.
We know.
And to add insult to injury,
yeah,
Kevin refused to let other band members contribute to the recording, even though they were like clearly eager to be more involved in the creative process.
Wow. This is another example of Kevin's need for complete control.
Yeah.
He saw the band as an extension of himself, his vision, and wasn't willing to share that power with anyone.
It's like he was the band.
Yeah, basically.
In his mind.
Yeah.
But the situation really starts to unravel at the Redwood Bar show.
Okay.
Kevin had promised Anthony a backlined drum set, which wasn't there when they arrived.
Oh, no.
You'd think a band leader would take responsibility for such an oversight.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But instead of trying to resolve the issue, Kevin does what he does best, deflect and blame.
Like always.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
He turns on Anthony, accusing him of being the problem.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Showing a complete lack of leadership.
Right.
And basic decency.
It's a classic example of his inability to be accountable for his actions. Always finding someone else to point the finger at.
Right.
Thankfully, Jimmy recognizes Kevin's shortcomings and steps up.
Okay.
And starts handling the band's logistics.
Wow. Jimmy's actions speak volumes about his character,
Right.
He's seeing firsthand how Kevin's behavior is impacting the band, and she's trying to mitigate the damage to keep things moving forward despite the chaos.
Like he's the only adult in the room.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is also when Kevin's racist and transphobic comments become more frequent. Wow. Which understandably alarms Jimmy and Andrew.
Yeah. This is where the toxic behavior label really starts to fit.
It's not just about the creative differences or personality clashes anymore. It's like
Kevin is revealing deeply problematic views that make it difficult for the other band members to justify continuing with him.
Like, how do you even be in a band with someone?
Exactly. It's like a switch flipped.
Yeah.
And the mask is completely off.
Right. But as bad as things were, nobody could have predicted what was about to happen next.
Okay.
After another argument with Kevin, Jimmy ends up with Kevin's phone in his car.
Okay.
And what he finds on that phone changes everything.
Oh, wow. This is where the story takes a truly dark turn.
Right.
The discovery in that phone is like opening Pandora's box. It's about to expose a side of Kevin that is far more disturbing than anyone could have imagined.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So what Jimmy found were messages between Kevin and a friend, a guy named John Bennett.
Okay.
And let me tell you, these messages are chilling.
Oh, wow.
They reveal this level of hatred and depravity that is deeply disturbing.
So we're talking like violent threats towards his own bandmates, the guys he's supposed to be collaborating with, making music with.
It goes even further. The messages include sexist and objectifying comments about the band members' wives and girlfriends, reducing them to mere objects for his own twisted amusement.
It makes you question like everything you thought you knew about this guy. How could someone who presents himself as a musician, an artist, harbor such vile thoughts?
Right. This is where the disconnect between persona and reality becomes starkly apparent.
Right.
You know, Kevin had carefully crafted this image of himself as this passionate, driven musician. But these messages reveal this dark undercurrent of misogyny and a disturbing disregard for the women in his life.
And it doesn't stop there.
No.
The messages also contain incredibly racist and anti-Semitic language.
Oh, man.
The kind of stuff that makes you sick to your stomach.
It's just awful.
It's like he was spewing hate in every direction.
Totally.
Yeah.
What's particularly disturbing is that he even includes a photo of his own niece with incredibly inappropriate comments. This goes beyond just holding offensive views. It crosses into this realm of potential danger and exploitation that is truly alarming.
It's hard to even fathom, like, the level of betrayal Jimmy, Anthony, and Andrew must have felt at that moment.
Yeah, the guy they had trusted, the one they had poured their time and energy into supporting, was revealed to be someone capable of such hatred and harm.
So this is the point of no return for the band.
Absolutely.
It's impossible to reconcile the Kevin they thought they knew with the person exposed by these messages.
Right.
The foundation of their collaboration, their friendship even, is...
It's shattered.
Shattered.
Yeah.
The fallout is swift and decisive. The band breaks up.
Okay.
Cutting all ties with Kevin.
Right.
They want nothing more to do with him.
It's a testament to their own values, their sense of right and wrong, that they refuse to stay silent or condone his behavior.
Like they knew it was wrong and they were like, nope.
Exactly.
We're out of here.
This decision speaks to their courage and integrity. You know, they could have tried to sweep it under the rug, protect their investment in the band, but they chose to prioritize their principles over personal gain. You know,
So they rebrand as Bitch Jagger, a name suggested by Anthony.
Gotcha.
Reclaiming their creative power and forging a new path without the toxicity of Kevin's influence.
It's this powerful act of defiance. A way of taking back control of their music, their careers,
and their lives. You know? They're not going to let Kevin's actions define them or limit their future.
But of course, Kevin doesn't just fade away quietly.
No.
He lashes out online, trying to play the victim, accusing the band of stealing from him.
Oh, wow.
Of trying to ruin his reputation.
He's a classic narcissistic tactic. You know, he refuses to take any responsibility for his actions. And instead attempts to manipulate the narrative, paint himself in a more favorable light.
It's almost like he's trying to gaslight everyone, make them question their own perception of reality. Right. But the truth is out there.
The truth has a way of surfacing, no matter how hard someone tries to bury it.
Right. And in this case, it's about to get even more
complicated and disturbing.
Oh.
Just when you think this story couldn't get any wilder, a group of women reach out to Jimmy.
Okay.
Through the Bitch Jagger Instagram account. And what they reveal adds this, like, whole new dimension to Kevin's pattern of abuse and manipulation.
So this is where the story expands beyond the confines of the band and into this much broader context of power exploitation and the systemic silencing of women who dare to speak out against
abusers. These women share stories of, like, disturbing encounters with Kevin spanning decades.
Wow.
Alleging sexual assault, harassment, and stalking.
It's this horrifying pattern of behavior that shows this deeply ingrained sense of entitlement and a complete disregard for the safety and well-being of others.
Right.
You know?
And these allegations, like, paint this picture of a predator who used his position of power within the music scene to manipulate and exploit vulnerable women.
And what's even more troubling is that according to these women, every time they tried to speak out in the past, they were silenced or disbelieved.
Like, nobody listened to them.
Yeah. Often by Kevy's friends who protected him.
It's a chilling example of how a culture of silence can protect abusers and enable their behavior to continue unchecked for years.
This speaks to a broader societal problem where women's voices are often dismissed or minimized, particularly when it comes to accusations of sexual misconduct. The power dynamics at play, especially within the music industry, can make it incredibly difficult for women to come forward and be believed.
But Jimmy, in a truly remarkable act of courage, chooses to believe these women and amplify their voices.
He shares their stories with their permission, of course, redacting names to protect their identities, publishing their emails on the Bitch Jagger Instagram account.
Like, he's putting himself out there.
This is a risky move on Jimmy's part. You know, he's essentially putting himself in the line of fire, potentially opening himself up to legal repercussions or further attacks from Kevin and his enablers. But he does it anyway because he recognizes the importance of supporting these women, of giving them a platform to be heard. It's this powerful example of allyship, of using one's platform to advocate for those who've been silenced and marginalized.
And it directly challenges the culture of complicity that often surrounds abusers like Kevin.
This act of solidarity sends a clear message. We believe you, we support you, and we will not be silent in the face of
injustice.
Injustice.
But, as you might expect,
of course,
Kevin doesn't take this lying down. He responds with legal threats.
Oh, wow.
Attempting to silence the women. And Jimmy further demonstrating his willingness to use intimidation and legal maneuvers to control the narrative and protect his image.
This is another typical tactic of abusers. They try to use their power and resources to shut down any attempts to expose their
wrongdoing. It's a way of silencing their victims and discouraging others from coming forward.
It's this desperate attempt to maintain control, to cling to the facade.
Yeah.
He's built around himself.
But the damage is done.
The damage is done.
The truth is out there.
The truth is out there.
And it's resonating with you.
Yeah, the power of social media in this situation is undeniable.
Right.
It allows for the rapid dissemination of information.
And provides a platform for marginalized voices to be heard, bypassing traditional gatekeepers, and challenging the established power structures.
It's like social media was made for this.
In a way, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So where does this leave everyone involved?
Right.
Well, Jimmy continues to make music with Bitch Jagger, proving that resilience and creative expression can thrive even in the face of adversity.
He's channeled his anger and frustration into something positive.
Yeah.
And productive.
It's like he took that negative energy and made something beautiful out of it.
Jimmy's continued success is a testament to his talent, his resilience, and his commitment
to creating music on his own terms.
Yeah.
It's this powerful message of hope and defiance. You can't silence the music.
Right.
You know.
Anthony is also pursuing his music and comedy career, clearly not letting this experience derail his ambitions.
Anthony's ability to move forward and continue pursuing his passions speaks to his strength and determination.
Right.
You know, he's not going to let Kevin's actions define him
or limit his potential.
Limit his potential.
And Andrew, the bassist, is working as a substitute teacher.
Okay.
And staying involved in the music scene, finding a path that combines his love of music with a sense of purpose and community.
Andrew's choice to work with young people to shape future generations is a testament to his character and his desire to make a positive impact on the world.
So as for Kevin, he's pretty much vanished from the public eye. His reputation is in tatters.
Yeah.
His career likely.
Right. It seems like his actions finally caught up with him.
Right.
The consequences of his behavior too great to
ignore.
To ignore or escape.
Right.
You know.
It's this whole story is this roller coaster of emotions.
Right.
Anger.
Yeah.
Betrayal. Disgust.
Right.
But also hope, resilience, and the power of speaking truth.
Right.
To power.
It's a story that forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about the music industry, the prevalence of abuse and exploitation, and the systemic forces that protect
abusers, but it also offers a glimmer of hope, a reminder that we can challenge these systems, support survivors, and create a more just and equitable world for artists and
everyone else.
And everyone else. It makes you wonder, like, how someone like Kevin could operate like this for so long, how he managed to build a career in music while hiding this this dark side.
It speaks to the power dynamics, I think, that exist within the music industry, where charisma, talent, connections can often overshadow or excuse problematic behavior.
Like, you can get away with a lot if you're talented.
Unfortunately.
There's also this culture of silence that surrounds abuse, like a fear of speaking out, of not being believed, of facing retaliation.
And Kevin seems to have weaponized that fear, using it to maintain his control and silence his critics.
But what's striking about this story is how that silence was finally broken.
Exactly, and it's important to acknowledge the the courage it took for these women to come forward, knowing the potential backlash and disbelief they might face.
Right. It's scary.
It is. Yeah. It's also a testament to Jimmy's willingness to believe them. Yeah. To amplify their voices and to challenge the status quo.
His actions created this ripple effect, empowering others to speak out, to share their own experiences, and to demand accountability.
It shows that even in the face of abuse and intimidation, there is strength in solidarity and in speaking truth to power.
It's like one person speaking out can...
Yeah, it can inspire others to do the same.
Totally. And it's a reminder that we all have this responsibility to challenge toxic behavior, to... support survivors and to create safer, more equitable spaces for everyone. So this deep dive into the downfall of die laughing has been a sobering journey.
A real
it was a glimpse into the dark underbelly of the music industry, but it's also a story about resilience, about the power of speaking out, and about the possibility of creating positive change, even in the face of
adversity.
Adversity.
Yeah, it's a reminder that talent doesn't excuse abuse, that silence protects abusers, and that we all have a role to play in creating this culture of accountability and respect.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm left with this question for you.
Okay.
What can you do in your own circles to contribute to a culture where abusers are held accountable and survivors are believed and supported?
That's a great question.
It's a question worth pondering.
Yeah.
Because change starts with each of us.
It does.
So think about that.
Absolutely.